Hello everyone and welcome to map 1. The beginning of the grand finals. Team Kaqzi will be on defense for map number 1, half 1. Team Shiiiish mounting their attack here as we head to Haven. Golden Falcon, I'm curious your thoughts about the map.
Out.
Kevin. Okay, so Rary actually swapped off of his signature duelist onto a Killjoy, so he's playing the Killjoy towards this long C, which is interesting, but either way. Early scenes, seems to be 5 outside A, so it's one of those pistol round plays that you just go and you try something, so not really blaming anyone there. Stacking up long C, they're just going to be running this down, and early contact play, Andrew's going to be swatting just for a bit of action, and this might be some short aggression. Genjin's going to be wanting to push up, trying to take advantage of that Astra pull, but they're all going to be running down long. Andrew's going to take some shots, and it's going to be a wonder if he can get at least one here. Necrox, it's not going to happen.
Oh, it's just not going to. Actually down to the dog there now, all on Kevin Shi to try to hold this site, but dash out immediately is from this offense. Ken is just ripping through the health bars, double headshot with a frenzy, and now a 2v5 retake is on the menu, but round 1, quick success here, already off to a great start.
Yeah, there is a flank though. Ganesh, can he find anything though? Volt, he knows just as well. All of a sudden, Killjoy last alive. He was playing that C, playing that solo sentinel on the opposite side of the map, so not much for him to do, not much for him to say. Gets a nice little headshot, but it shouldn't be too long for this world. He gets taken out. So first round goes to Kaqzi. Easy long A taken. Coming back in, they should have enough for a force buy. They're going to go for the Spectres. 3 Ghosts on the board, but it should just take some time to go for those buys. But curious to see Andrews. He's already quick on the trigger. He's bought up that Marshall. Going to be looking down that long A again with support from that Astra of Genjin. Not sure if he's going to be the only one to invest. It'd be kind of surprising, considering that you'd usually want the Jet to save for this operator, but it looks like he is just going to stick this purchase. There's armor on every single player on the side of Kaqzi right now, so they're not going to get one hit by this thing, and there's not even a Ghost or a Sheriff to support on Genjin.
Yeah, Andrew with a Marshall, he is extremely good with it. One of his best weapons. Shot goes through, and again, because of the armor on Volt, he will not fall. Loses a lot of his health, but there's the healing immediately from Hizu, so all that one's gone. Somehow they don't find the spray. It was close. Now Ganesh is going to try to swing out. Nice blind. Will secure a kill. Took a couple shots to get there. The Paranoia looking to trade him back, but the swarm was in. So Ganesh will fall. 2-for-1 trade. Kaqzi still ahead.
And this Marshall is... I was questioning it. It's not final success just yet. Volt is the only one to go down, and that's from an aggressive push by Ganesh. And this dog is going to spot out. Rary play in the corner. Nothing for him to do. All of a sudden, last 2 alive, one coming through spawn, one's on the long flank. They're both the A players, and they split up to try and pinch these attackers, but the Marshall taking the closer range fights towards spawn. Don't really see this going too well, and of course, the long player had a shorty, but swapped out for the classic. One of his teammates probably went down somewhere, able to pick up that gun, but nonetheless, they both have a combined total of 50 HP, and that's all gone at this point.
Just a couple taps, and Kaqzi secures themselves a 2-0. Everything you would expect. The real question is, what does Andrew Dow do with this economy? Will give everything he's got to the rifle buy. 3 armors, though, on light. Doesn't matter too much against full rifles, as it takes the same amount of bullets to kill you to the body. And, of course, a one-shot headshot is all the same, unless you're against the Phantom. Only one to be found for Kaqzi. 2 Spectres still on the board, so a sort of half bonus, if you will, on the menu. And I think if you're Kaqzi, you're not too upset about losing this one, but really Andrew and crew for Team Shiiiish need to secure something. It's another A hit.
Oh, that was a close shot to Kevin's face too. They go for the spray and he wants to go for another peek. Ken cuts the space and dashes up. That's an entry, and all of a sudden on top of the box, is he gonna look? He's not gonna check. Andrew's got at least one. He's got more opportunities, but he's all the way back site. They're still not checking for this jet. Finally getting sprayed. He's completely paranoid and scared, and now that's finally the A site taken.
Finally, Kaqzi comes out ahead by 1 on that kill. Just barely now have this numbers advantage on the A site. The site is theirs. The question is, can they get the plant down in time? Ganesh is still lurking. He's going to get one more still in short, though. About to swing him. Curveball around. Flashes on. Jumping away always, though, was Kaqzi. So we'll be safe for now. 2-on-2. Still on the board. Replay tucking himself away in CT, maybe thinking about the heaven approach, but doesn't know if the teleport went up there, so has to be very wary about where this could be headed. Now plant goes down. Spike now on the side of Team Kaqzi as the time begins to tick down.
That's on their side. Ganesh and Replay, they want to wait for each other. Clear out every single angle. Molly to clear, I think, the close corner of Graffiti as well, so it's going to drive anyone out, but he's just playing the other corner. Replay with a trade, and Kensei has the better of the final Killjoy alive, so 3 rounds in turn. That's a really nice showing from the side of Kaqzi, winning out that anti-eco as well. Their bonus round, that's not the round that they're meant to win, but somehow they end up taking it. The chaos that unfolded on A site, the jet never being checked, but even still, they're able to take her out in time to get the spike planted. Even after the flank from Ganesh, that's actually really impressive. Now they're going to go up. This is likely going to be a 4th in a row, unless there's some really special stuff from the side of Shiiiish, and they're not stacking a site or anything. There's no magic that's going to happen this round unless, I don't know, Killjoy Replay. He does have a sheriff, so maybe some insane headshots, but that's the only way they have a chance in this round.
Yeah, and really all that comes down to is just the last shot from Kaqzi. I mean, you can talk about all the initial trades you want, but Kaqzi get the headshot wallbang at the end, and now the Seekers come out. Kaqzi do not want to give a round. They don't want to give a thrifty win, and here's the push. Seekers will blind too, and Ganesh is going to be one that just goes down immediately. The push is straight down to the site. Kenzie's will drop to 1 shot from the Sheriff as replay shows who the real Sheriff is in town, but now the plant is down. 2v4 retake, just like that. Blink and you miss it, and your team has been sliced up by the knives. Come in from Andrew, and we'll find one, but the garage push was way too much for him to think about. Too many angles to hold, and Kaqzi just wiped the floor with Team Shiiiish in a round that they definitely deserve. Now, all on Shiiiish to hold. They need this full buy-in. They need a round to stop the snowball, the momentum that Kaqzi are beginning to build.
Yeah, it's like if Kaqzi win this round, it's likely to be them guaranteeing at least the tied half already, and that's, I mean, come on, man. I know I picked them as the favorites, but this is a bit much right now. 6-0, and of course, they have leeway, right? Even if they lose, they're going to have the bank, they're going to have ultimates on the board. He's just 1 off that res. Ken and Volt both have Blade Storm, and Andrew, he expended his to try and win out that round, but the 2 versus 4 clutch, of course, he gets 1, and then he gets flanked from Garage. The timing just not in his favor. Going to go aggressive again up a long. They're just running up. They're not scared of the jet at all, and it's the offensive Blade Storm to get popped. Ken's got support behind him. Flash going through. He's going to dash all the way backside. It doesn't need to be him to get the kill. Hizu has already secured the site for his team.
Good gosh, the aggression, the confidence. This is what you were talking about, Falcon, before the game even began. They'll just take any skill check that you offer them. They'll round every corner, hard swing anything, and then just win the gun duel. And that's exactly what Kaqzi are doing right now. Ganesh in the flank will drop Volt, but can he find more? Needs to win these gun duels. They're critical for Shiiiish, but absolutely no shot. Ken with a triple, and we're 5-0.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish we could have seen that. There was action going on in the flank, but Ken just out of nowhere gets 3 quick headshots. Like, you don't expect the guy to be able to do that, so no shade to our observer, but he's actually just popping off in sight. Like, not only us, but I don't think their opponents of Shiiiish expected that either. They all peek in, they try and get the trade, and he just lands every single bullet. And again, this is Shiiiish is on a save. I mean, I say a save. They just kind of have to go for whatever buy they can while being able to afford the previous, or the upcoming round. So Marshall on Andrew again. Replay with the Bucky. It's just not going to work. The only thing that gets a kill so far is that hot hands on a Volt, but C-Site is just getting entryed on. Kevin is the only player to even have a say in this round in that plant, but there is a player inside Garage to watch for his exit. And jump into the window. I don't think he's going to check, but it doesn't even need to be the Garage player to get the kill. Ken has it from the link.
Yeah, you would want Kevin to be able to pick up that rifle that dropped. Ganesh with a hot hands was able to drop. Whoa, was that Andrew? Maybe a little cheeky bit of a prediction. The Bucky jump shot from replay will find the head of Ken. Now he only has 2 to do. The odds have become a little bit more likely here for replay. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. The slow won't let him jump up, and now he knows the round is probably sealed. And you can understand why they're trying to go through the garage. There's a Vandal just waiting there for the member to pick it up. Ganesh had done well to win 1, but they just can't secure it. So now the effort number 6 falls short on its face, and probably another half save, half buy here from Shiiiiish. They have 3,800 on their lowest member. Still has enough though to secure light armor, so a full buy is in once more. It almost feels like a last stand, even though we're only in game 1, Falcon.
Game 1, round number 7. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. I mean, there's a signing, right? Like, Jen, we talked about him before their game. He is that Odin player that they have, and now he's inside of, where is he? He's long C with the Odin, which is kind of curious, but I have seen teams pull this out before because you can wallbang the entire C box, right? Unfortunately for him, he's not going to find action. It's Andrew again pushing up aggressive, but the thing is he hasn't had too much success. In fact, he's going to get punished straight through a smoke. Ken has no vision, but understands this player still back site. A site gets completely glassed, and everyone just falls. Ganesh trying to re-enter, and he's going to get 2. Wait a minute. He gets shut down. It's a 1 versus 3 now for this Odin player.
Jen was on C long at the beginning of the round, and somehow he's tracked his way all the way into heaven, but up against 3, I just don't feel like it works. And again, the confidence here just works so well. Jen able to drop Ken, so 1 member gone, 52 HP to work with. Does have the ulti if he does want to commit it, but just trying to spray, trying to get lucky. Really knows that trying to exit out of this position is just too hard, especially with the Odin, which takes so long to bounce back from a state of handling, and really just a huge round for Team Kaqzi as they win yet another full buy from the side of Team Shiiiiish. That'll take it to 7-0, and now the biggest question of maybe all night, Golden Falcon, is what can Team Shiiiiish do differently?
Oh man, this it is definitely rough. It's rough showings. They changing it up. It's hard to say because at this usually throughout this tournament we've seen defensive sides be extremely dominant. Of course, every single best of 3 that we've seen, it's kind of that default where because this game is that kind of attack FPS where the attackers have to walk into the line of sights of the defenders, that it just becomes defender-sided. That's just the nature of the game. But Kaqzi is showing some miraculous stuff on their attack right now. They are running in full confidence. You really just got to see Jen. He's gone the time of day, right? They're finally going to his site while he has the machine gun. So maybe a bit fortunate. He could get a couple spray down. Ganesh is going to go right through. He's going to see so many players. There should be enough information to just go for a blind spray. They're all stacked up long C right now. This is where this Odin should shine, but they're deciding to go back. Jen doesn't even reveal his positioning back site. Wow. So they are completely safe for the time being. They all vacate. This Phoenix has the time of day, but Volt takes him down. That's the one lurk that's gone. Now the map control is in favor of the attack. They can go wherever they want.
Jen had his time to shine there, but he played patiently. He was trying to wait for a little bit more commitment from the side of Team Kaqzi, and now the team will pay with their lives. Jen able to get 1 with the Odin onto Kent, who's trying to push out onto C, and now the attack is a little bit split here. Finally trying to regroup on B site. Spike will go that way, but Volt just drops Jen where he sat in C. Ooh. Spike denied from replay. Nice shot onto Kaqzi. But, well, it's just attempt number 2 now, and this one's going to be rough. 65 HP and a 1v3 retake, and they know exactly where replay is sitting.
It's Volts. Why not? He's not even showing on the scoreboard as the star right now, but it's Ken. And the reason Volt isn't on top, I'm pretty sure, is because he doesn't really need to be on top. You don't really have much room to be 20-10 when your team is 8-0. That means you have to be averaging 2 per round. More than that. And your team has to be doing virtually nothing, and that's just not, like, they're all putting in work. It's really the deal of, goodness, Shiiiiish just they don't have an answer for the individuality of Team Kaqzi, and now they go for a stack because they're on an eco, but they're going for their incorrect stack because all the attackers are on A long. Maybe an aggro up C. There's 2 people that want to push all the way. Ganesh has a sheriff, so maybe spots gun of Kensei. Come on. I think he saw one, but Kaqzi seems to be ready for this push.
Oh no, Ganesh. I thought he saw the barrel, but maybe the pixels were lined up with a shadow or something. The barrel doesn't catch the eye of Ganesh, and now Gen will fall as well. And you're just exactly right. The wrong stack, the wrong point of aggression. Volt will find Andrew as well. This save round is anything but economically worth, and it's just not paying off. Ooh. Nice shot from replay. That could be a rifle into the pocket of this Killjoy, but just doesn't feel confident to step up, and I don't blame him.
Spike planted. Powers
out.
Out.
Hold on. I mean, this round should not be won unless they give up a few kills too many. Now Ken's replay doesn't expect Ken back sight, so fair enough. 9-0. It's 2 nice shots, so maybe a bit of a confidence building, but that's how much does that really matter? Down 0-9. This is I did not expect the finals to go like this, right? Like we had, I think, a quarter that went the way of, like, it was quite similar. We had 11-1, I think, for map 1 of the quarterfinals that I casted. But like, this is the finals. we should have narrowed down the teams that belong at this stage of the game. 0-9 is quite the showing for Team Kaqzi, and it's hard really to do color for a game like this because they're really just running it down and shooting them in the face. Andrew is taking an aggressive gunfight again. Like, there's no other plans, right? You just have to win the fights, and now he's done so. Takes out the top frag for the team of Kaqzi, but I mean, he gets brought right back. Another aggression trying to deny the res, but they're all here. Andrew gets shut down through a smoke for the second time. I mean, they're leaving. They don't even need to take A. They've drawn all the rotates. They know A is weak, so the entire defense has to go and reinforce, and they're all gone, all towards the C. Cutting off the rotations is Ken inside that garage window. There's no chance they end up like this. That's Ganesh, come on. He's had some nice shots in the past, but he's gonna get peeked
the timing.
by 2. I mean,
it's so unlucky for Ganesh. He just can't find the right timing. Maybe a lineup there for a collateral, but it's just unlucky, and I feel like that's the way this map has gone. Again, a nice shot can be found. You can see the mechanical prowess, the skill is in for Shiiiish, but they've just been masterclassed on map movement, on macro, on angles, and how to play Valorant. This is free training for anyone who wants to learn how to play the game. Kenzie's gonna find Gen. Ganesh has been revived, but it does not matter. The revivee and the reviver are both dead in an instant. And 10-0 is now the scoreboard. Double-digit advantage. 3 rounds. And we're headed to map 2, by the way, which was selected by Kaqzi.
Listen, we were, what, 4 minutes late to start this map. I think they want to make it up. Kaqzi are being a bit nice and trying to put us back on schedule. God, I really hate to point out certain different players, but like Kevin, like, obviously, everyone on Shiiiish has to probably step it up if they want to even have an opportunity in this game to bring it back. Like, it might not even happen at this point, but someone's got to be that guy, right? And right now, Replay is doing all right. Ganesh is kind of struggling on the duelist. Andrew is as well. They're doing what they can, right? They're trying to go for these fights, and they're just getting run down. There's so many players on the site right now, and Gen's got 2. Andrew's already down once more on that jet. So 4 versus 3, maybe man advantage, but how much can they do? Kevin's so far not putting himself on the scoreboard, so can he do anything? Can he find anything from this heaven position? That's a no! Kensei shuts him down immediately. That's a wall, so maybe let's Ganesh sneak up on the other side because they cannot hear him. They don't know when the flash is coming through. He's gonna flash for Gen, but it's a team flash! Miscommunication, he cannot get the help, and Gen gets his 3rd after the flash dissipates. But, ooh, this lockdown, that could be a big deal. They know there's a player in heaven waiting for their exits, but he's just gonna let them go down short A. So now they technically have the site under control, but a teleport, that's such a bad timing for wait, what? He tries to fake out that lockdown and he teleports back at the worst time.
Wow, a blunder. An absolute error there from Kaqzi will cost them the round. The teleport was just milliseconds from being pixel perfect, but instead it's absolutely atrocious. Golden Falcon, and Kaqzi just dies with his hands out in shackles and probably his head in his hands as well, because there's just not much you can do. You detained right in front, and to be fair, it's really well played by Shiiiish with the Killjoy and the Astra. The duo here really coming up big now. 8-10, 6-9 for both of them, but I mean, you've got 1 round. You need that 9 times again to get back, and that one felt like a miracle. You need so many more to get back into a position of even a chance to win map number 1. And Kaqzi, don't make mistakes like that. So a rarity for round number 11. Now straight into 12. The slow is here. The C push could be on very fast. Nice slower by Kevin. Can he find one with his judge around the corner? Here comes the dog. Gonna spot them out. And everyone is lined up here. Replay tries to spray as much as he can. He gets a couple dinks, a couple health bars lower, but Hizu just drops him. Andrew has the Marshall. He's deadly with a weapon, but what can you do? He needs headshot on headshot, but he'll just drop Ken. Gets everything you could ask for from this entry. And now Volt's on the flank. This is just disaster. Ganesh may as well get knifed at this point. There's just no shot. And Kaqzi rip through that defense once again, and 2 rounds away from packing this bag and moving to map 2.
Oh no, I mean, can we just talk about map 2 right now? I think that's we just got to lead on. I kind of, you love to see it because it's nice to see a team be so proficient. Like Kaqzi, props to them. They're absolutely dominating this game right now. But sheesh, it is definitely, it's unfortunate. Like, you want to see them put up more of a fight, especially because it's the grind finals. You know, we want to have a good show, but when the only round you win is determined by your opponents making a mistake, it's like playing low elo chess. You know, it's just watching both players blunder over and over again, and it's whoever blunders less that wins, and not whoever plays well. Like, again, not saying that Kaqzi isn't playing well, because they're playing out of their minds. But when you rely on Kaqzi making those mistakes, that's not going to happen every single time. And Andrew, he does have a pick through his smoke, long C. Or that's a garage peek, so some aggression from Kensei's dad goes punished for the first time. But Ken's going to take that place, and yeah, Andrew's not ready for it. Almost a kill, but Ken's got the heal from the Sage.
And now he's basically back up to full, already back up to 80 HP, I believe, after the heal. So 1-1 so far. I guess you could call it a better start, because that was not even a chance in half number 1, getting an even trade like that. And they'll take Kensei at this point. Andrew has been a little bit lackluster. The Shi brothers both looking to find some angle of success as this map plays out for a little bit longer. The push now onto A, though, for the likes of Team Shiiiish. Only Kensei here to defend, so if they go quickly while this smoke is down, they could get the plant off. Curveball around the wall. Izu smoked off as well, so plant's gonna go down now for the first time. Control to the side of Shiiiish, whereas Kaqzi has to get this retake on wall up.
Oh, Ganesh is hiding in the rat corner. This is a deeper corner that you can sit in without a Sage wall there, and he's gonna get one. Traded by Hizu, because now they know he's there, but the health is so low on these two players.
Oh,
Kevin's not gonna check the Heaven position, so Kensei gets another kill. Jen with another response, and Ken, now they're just chasing this player down. The Killjoy is all the way on the flank. He needs to activate soon, and Jen's gonna miss every shot until it's almost too late. Just in time to be able to win that round. Second one on the board. First pistol for the side of Shiiiish.
Okay, much better from Shiiiish. Replay getting all the way out somehow. I believe he went all the way back through nest through window onto the B site. And while he may not have been a necessary player in the round, I think Jen would have been able to come out and secure that win. But all the same, really well done from Shiiiish to understand what resources they need to commit onto the site, what they can peel back with, and replay may now have given a little bit of grace here to Team Shiiiish. This should be their round to win, I guess. Unless there's this shorty in garage that could upgrade a gun, grab one of those Spectres, or a full Vandal from Andrew, who's wielding the 2900 credit buy. And a lot of spray into the garage for now. Slow play here from Team Shiiiish. I would like to see a little bit more aggression, but they're comfortable waiting this one out for a little bit longer.
They're being so patient. The thing is, this could technically bite them in the butt unless they make the good read. It is a stack from the side of the defense. Kaqzi have the lesser weaponry. Yeah, Jen, weapon diff, gets the kill on the Volt. There is the shorty that is rotated over from this garage position. It's so close. They see the shoulder. Good enough for the kill. Kensei does get a headshot through a wall, but it should be nothing doing. So many people are blind on this C site right now, but come on. Surely the guns must make the difference, right? Hizu gets another pick. Kensei is now last alive. What is happening? This is chaos on the C site, but everything turns out well as she does pick up their bonus. Oh my goodness, that one got close though.
Yeah, and that's honestly a little bit shaky there from Team Shiiiish. You could feel the hesitation, you could feel the nerves really kicking in, understanding that, hey guys, we got to win this round. This is our win after a pistol. There's no excuse to lose this one. They try to play it slow, realize they're kind of running out of time, so they force the issue onto the C site. it gives enough time for the flank to come in and some trades to go through. Kaqzi, a little bit unlucky not to get one on site. Maybe that would have flipped around in its head, but now is the full buy-in from really both squads. Replay, the only one here not to wield a full Vandal, and this tells you that Team Shiiiish are not willing to give anymore. They're not comfortable going to match point. They need everything from here on out to go crystal clear, or this one will be over. Nothing left in the bank for them. Again, slow play. Andrew has gained a lot of ground. One shot will not find it. Missed the head just by a pixel or two, and Hizu will drop him. That's a big member that could have come up massive. Ganesh still has to run it back, but the rest of the squad moving towards A. Kaqzi, the only one on hold.
Man, that death is kind of a disaster. If that Jet gets that kill, he's one off an ulti point, then he could get the long A orb, they could run it down with 2 different ultis. Ganesh is going to run in first, and no one's going to be able to be killed by his ultimate because they're all sitting back, 2 in heaven. He's going to run down, which means there is space taken, and the spike gets planted, but they're down 1 man. There's plenty of retake utility, so much on Ken, and of course they've got the rain of flashes and everything. It's going to be such a struggle for these attackers to be able to hold this spike, but Jen is doing all the work that Jen can. Everyone else chiming in as well. It's a zipper on the kill feed, all left alive. Ganesh, and now the defuse is coming through. He's got to take out 1 and the defuser, and not even gonna get the first. Kaqzi wins the fight with a pistol.
I'm not sure how Ganesh couldn't find those final shots, but regardless, what a bloodbath on the site. And that's what Kaqzi does best. They just run at you and win. That is their condition all along. They just want to face you in a fair gunfight, and if they can do it, they'll win time and time again. It doesn't matter that they didn't have the hold. Yes, the smoke's went up into heaven, which is Kaqzi's mainstay on this A site. It doesn't matter. They just take the full 5-on-5 retake, make it 4v5s. Andrew died a little bit earlier on, and they just win out. Straight duels here for Kaqzi. And now match point, only 1 round between Haven going to Kaqzi and us going to map 2. Andrew's going to open this one up with the knives. Well done. Has the sheriff as well, but it's a broken buy. Finally, rifle's going to be picked up by Replay, and the pick onto Volt could be massive. Ken waiting in the wings with the knives of his own, being burned down, but the plant has gone down. Ken spraying through the garage angle, trying to find as much as possible. Curveball in hand here for Ganesh. There it is, but the judge point blank range will do him no good. Ken and Hizu both gonna drop. Kaqzi able to trade it back onto Replay. That post plant has now been taken down. Jen, a big member to keep your eyes on. Kevin was tucked away in a corner, but Kenneth just swings at 180s and finds 2. Andrew's going to be able to trade it back now in a 1v1. Has the knife against Kaqzi, but there's the smoke. Having to push this. He doesn't know where they are. Oh, this is dangerous. This is so well played from Andrew, though. Flying now up above us. Realize he's not on the spike. Kaqzi just has to stick it, but he doesn't have time. Well played from Andrew, only with the knives to start it off. A massive must-win round, and somehow Team Shiiiish hold on.
That is such a good play from Andrew. Even recovering the Vandal, he dashes all the way up. I guess lucky for him that Kaqzi wasn't holding that mid aggression, but that's some smart stuff because he knows he has this utility on Jet. He can updraft over the smoke. He can even dash up if he needs to, and those knives have such a fast reset time. He doesn't need to wait for him to land on the ground. He can just shoot him above the smoke if he needs to, and like, Omen's just not on the spike, so very well done by Andrew to save that. But they need 8. They need 8 more. That's a lot of rounds. Kevin's still sitting on 2 kills. The rest of the team not looking that good. Jen is the only one really putting up even numbers right now on the board. The thing is, everyone's got Vandals. That's their saving grace right now. The thing is, Ken! Wait a minute. Ken's doing Ken things, just taking fights again. He's gotten 2 frags. Now they're in a 2-man advantage. 1 minute 20 in the round. There's so much time to play with, but there is a res. Rare play gets picked back up. Surprising it's him and not Andrew, but certainly with the utility that he can offer, maybe a bit more in terms of what that can bring in terms of the Jets. But okay, Andrew, Kevin shuts down Ken, which is ironic, but maybe a better looking for this round. It's a 4 versus 4 now. They got a minute to play with. They can decide to go anywhere, and they're not going to make the right read. C is clear, but the res comes out on Ken, shut down again by the same player. Hizu takes out the opposing Angel, so now it's still man advantage for the defenders, which kind of bodes. It's not great. There is a player in the corner of short. Kaqzi, I don't think he's going to get checked. He's in the worst off angle right now for these attackers. Jen's up here ready for smokes, but Ganesh, he's gonna get caught off, but he wins the fight.
No, that 1-for-1 would never been worth, but they don't even take the 1-for-1. They just get a 1-0, and now it's a 3v3. The spike's gonna go down here, Falcon, and this is good for Team Shiiiish. They have to push through the smokes. Astra, those smokes last for what feels like an eternity in these post-plant situations. Heaven once more. The swing out from Volt doesn't find it. Ganesh, hot hands with a Vandal, will find the head of Volt. 2v3. Now, Hizu had already used his Resurrect, and Kensei, who does not have that ulti available, but Hizu will find Ganesh. 2 members remaining. 1 tucked away just outside of Hell. Replay is going to drop Kensei. Replay is going to drop Hizu. And Team Shiiiish on the brink of death will somehow hold on once again. 5-12. You said they needed 8, Falcon. It's down to 7 now.
They are up against a mountain. They're actually climbing Everest, and they have to do every single round perfectly. Hizu is going to buy up the Spectre. He's going to be the only one upgrading because he did get an excess amount of kills. I think he also rezzed. So he does have the economy to get not only a Spectre, but also full armor. Wow, he's rich. So he's going to be able to buy next round no matter what. He's going to be holding down that short A position. Not going to find any action because his attack is defaulting mainly towards that B, garage, and C. But the turret just watch flank, so he's not going to be able to walk up for free. Sheriff to watch mid as well. We know what Ken can do with a Vandal. Sheriff isn't that much different. Maybe a bit worse first shot accuracy, but if he can land those headshots, that's all that matters for his mid peak. Everyone else is just sitting pretty patient. No one wants to give anything up, especially not on the side of Shiiiish. And they do have the gun advantage, so they have to be able to take this free round if they wish to continue forward. I mean, if they don't, then that's the map lost.
Yes, that is indeed how it works. They're only 1 point away, and yeah, they do have the rifles against a few sheriffs here. But importantly, even if they don't win this map, Falcon, I think it still provides a lot to their mental confidence moving forward. Getting destroyed the way they did in the first half of this game just sets them up for failure for the rest of this series. But taking rounds away tells you that Kaqzi is mortal. They bleed. They can be cut down. And now there's a little bit of confidence from Andrew as he pushes forward. Ken around this corner with a sheriff. Andrew has been so critical in this fight so far to make it to finals. The lockdown is in. And Ken was caught with his knife out. Maybe another one going to be caught in the rotation in mid, but the real fight is on the other side. But Kensei will drop Andrew. And here comes the lockdown. 13 seconds. He's detained. Replay is going to drop Kensei as well. Spike has gone down. Replay on the post plant. It's on C. So nothing near at all for Team Kaqzi. Replay saw one in the flank. Has to hold this position off for as long as possible. But Hizu is there in short. 3v3. So on the board.
He's able to recover guns, but the time is going to be a bit risky. Oh no. Volt, that's a couple whiff shots that you can't afford at this point. The ultimate even getting taken out by Hizu, and he's going to be able to hit the flank. Wait, that's so fast. He takes out every single player except Ganesh.
1v1.
Now it's a 1 versus 1. Hits the flag. It's perfect, but Kensei, he turns. That's how they win the map. Do they have enough time? I don't think they do.
It's close. Does he have the time? No! 0.41 seconds. What a close round. Ganesh barely does enough. The flash quite literally wins him the round. Kensei is trying to scramble his hands, looking blindly for where the bomb is. The gun duel, he wins it, but he just can't get on in time. It was never secured to half. And by the skin of Team Shiiish's teeth, they are still in this thing. 6-12, 6 more to go, just to force OT. But what an effort from Shiiiish so far. Kaqzi maybe a little bit nervous about the way these rounds have been going, but finally this is a full buy for them. They have Vandals. This would be their confidence round, just to shut down this ridiculous effort at a comeback. Well, that's not a way to start it. Ken's gonna get dropped immediately.
Oh my god, that's what you need. That's exactly what you want from Shiiiish. Being able to take those confidence fights, those ego peaks, and win them. Andrew, though, he sees the gun. Oh, it's a perfect headshot straight through the wall. Kensei doesn't even have a chance in that round to make any impact happen at all. There's so many weak points right now, so many holes. There's already a lurk up short A by Jen. That entire site is clear. They probably know this and are sending rotates in right now. It doesn't even matter. They're winning fights all across the map. This is exactly what we need to see. Andrew, he doesn't need to take that peek. Maybe a bit risky. He loses a weapon, loses a life, and now there's a res for the side of the defense. Kaqzi brings Kensei's dad back up soon. Maybe having a chance to do something in this round, but still, it is a 4 versus 3. 2 ultimates on the board for the defense. There are Seekers, there is a Reyna ult, so he could maybe end up ego peeking even more than he already does. We'll see what they have, because they are going to go for this retake while getting shot open. There is a player hard left, and this Seeker is going to find this Sage in this corner. He's going to get completely blinded. Ganesh cannot help the team. Kevin's going to get taken out of the spawn position, and the Volt with the swing takes out the Graffiti player as well. They're just getting every single kill. This is an absolute disaster. The slow, but that Molly, that Nanoswarm is the only thing right now to win the round. Sage gets spotted, but it kills the G-Fuser anyways.
Okay, they have it.
That might be the map win right there.
There it is, the win. Oh my gosh, that one was even closer. But Hizu will secure a win finally for Team Kaqzi, but they cannot be happy about what has happened to them. I'll tell you that right now, Falcon. There's no way that Kaqzi comes out of map 1 thinking that they did good enough, because there was a realistic possibility that Team Shiiiish could have brought that one back. Even the rounds that they won near the end of their streak started to grow closer and closer. As you can look at the scoreboard here, Ken just dominating Hizu close behind, but man, what a beginning to finals. There's certainly a story to be told here for Team Shiiiish, but Kaqzi just on top.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I can't agree with what you said more. There is such a realistic chance. When the rounds come down to hundreds of milliseconds, that's when you know there's no real way of telling who would have won. Like, what one single gunfight makes a difference in multiple different rounds. 0.1 seconds make the difference. And not like, it's just, if they had a few more rounds in the first half, if they had a little bit of leeway, we might have been able to see that this map get a lot closer than it currently is. 6-13 really doesn't tell the story, especially not of the second half. Maybe the first one was a bit one-sided, but nonetheless, it's, I mean, I don't know what to say about this one. It's this really domination from Kaqzi and maybe a close second half, but I am excited to see what these teams have to bring out in their next few maps.
I could not agree more, Falcon. I think excited might be an understatement, but this one has begun to heat up. Team Shiiiish have found something. There's a spark under their boot. There's fire that is lit beneath them, and Kaqzi may have been on the ropes for that second half, but certainly looked dominant in the first. So which one is it? In map 2, only time will tell. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, though, here at XLNC Valorant, the inaugural tournament. Kaqzi looking to grab that trophy and the grand prize, or Team Shiiiish looking to make themselves a comeback going down after map 1. We'll be back right after the break.